Welcome to Wealth Intelligence Series, brought to you by DESAL Wealth Academy. In this episode, I'll be focusing on the second step towards wealth creation, and that will be value creation. Oftentimes, it's easy for us to claim wealth. It's easy for us to wish to become very wealthy. But one of the things we forget is that wealth is an exchange. It's a result of an exchange program, meaning you have something that I want or something that I need, and then I give you payment in return. And therefore, for you to start talking about wealth, you must focus on value creation. Unfortunately, one of the things you're going to find out about people who are focused on poverty is that they never focus on creating value. They are focused on taking. They are focused on receiving. And oftentimes, if you look at third world countries, you realize that most of the focus is actually on receiving. Receiving grants, getting help and support, sometimes debt forgiveness. Yet, the world is a global platform of creativity and value creation. You never talk about creating wealth except you start talking about what need should I solve. The number of problems you have around the world is equal to the number of opportunity you have around the world. This is also equal to the number of opportunity to become wealthy. Anyone you see today in the world who is wealthy actually created one solution or the other. And to be able to do that, you must understand so much about problem solving. People have different kinds of problems. And if you're familiar with a particular concept and principle called the Maslow hierarchy of needs, then you realize that people have 5 different levels of needs. One of them is house, clothes, food, water. And so if you're able to solve the problems relating to this, people are going to pay you for money. In return, you're going to amass resources, amass wealth. The second level is that there are a lot of people who their greatest interest is just self-esteem. They want to build their self-esteem. And so you see people who sell customized clothes. You see people who sell customized shoes. Those who create opportunity, platform, and ambience for others to enjoy because this is what they need. There are those who like community. Take, for instance, Facebook, which has become the most popular social media. It's a community. It's a brainchild of a person called Mark Zuckerberg. And the whole idea is that people want to talk. Isn't it funny that the only most important question you get on Facebook is, what do you have in your mind? By just wanting to share your thoughts, by just wanting to share the inner workings of your person, even what you do in privacy, that means a community has been built where interaction takes place. People share ideas, sometimes share insults. But the bottom line is that for each of these platforms, for every time we use this platform, someone is making money out of it because the person created a need, saw a need, and created a solution to filling that need. And therefore, it's very crucial for you to understand that value addition is the most important step that will take you to wealth. But you cannot start value addition without understanding the principles and the skills that come for creating values. One of the first is you must be able to think. You must be able to analyze and evaluate things. Without having the skill for a critical skill, ability to look at things the way they are and ask, what is the possibility that they can be different? What's the possibility that a transport journey, a journey that takes 6 hours can be reduced to 4 hours? What is the possibility that a food that takes you 6 hours to cook can take 3 hours to cook? The bottom line is that the more you make things easy for human beings, the more they are willing to pay you for it. And therefore, you need a critical thinking skill. And then you have a creative thinking field. Is it possible that some chairs must not just have 4 legs, some need to just have 3 legs? Is it possible that some chairs mustn't even have 3 legs, some just need to have 2 legs? Some just need to have one leg. And sometimes, some just need to be smaller enough to fit in a small space, but yet strong enough to carry weight. The more you think and reflect on this, the more you start developing your creativity skill, the capacity to add value to what exists. And that is why you call it creativity. And when you look at what someone has created and added an extra value to it, it is called innovation. So creativity and innovation is the father of value creation. The more you do that, the more people pay you. The more you do that, the more people recognize you. And that is why it's very important you build these skills. The next is strategic skill. You see, the truth is that it's not the best book that is the best written book, that is the best sold books. The reason being that you need a strategy to be able to bring your solution to the market. Without the proper strategy, you may do a good critical analysis. You may even create something that is unique and wonderful. But if most people don't see in the market, they will not buy. Because the more people who see it, the more opportunity, the more chance you stand on achieving success. These skills are some of the key elements that you need to develop as a person to be able to create values. But these skills were not born with it, so you need to develop it. You develop it through education. And when the standard school is not supplying with these skills, it is your duty to look for another platform that can supply these skills to you to help you develop them. You won't pick it on the streets because they are not gifts. Your talents are gifts. But you see, skills of this nature, most times, are usually not gifts. So you need to develop them. That is why it is called skills and competence. Ability to groom yourself in this is what gives you that edge to start creating value. Every single wealthy person you see on earth has a value they are creating. Anyone you see who is rich that doesn't have a value stole the money. No apology to it. Because the only way you make money, the only way you get recognized, the only way resources flow to you is that you solve a problem. Value addition is key. You cannot just miss out in that. I will stop here in this episode. My name is Victor Prince Dixon, the inventor of Common Sense, founder Skill and Competence Factory, and the lead consultant at DESAL Wealth Academy.